What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about this whole situation, okay? The whole situation that's going on right now in the My Team community with Carlo sniping Invincible Wemby. Now, to preface this video, okay? Am I going to ever be the one to do I have what I need to ban Carlo? No, I can't be the one to ban Carlo. So would I ever do that? No. But what I would say is, I do believe that 2K could look into this and find out the actual answer. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, and so for like DBG, for example, he's making a video and making this whole thing like a huge, massive deal and talking about, oh, the community is so wrong for this. It's not even that. What DBG has to realize is I've lost out on probably, I don't know, over $1,000 in recent weeks by losing to, Invincible Giannis and KD in tournaments, okay? And so, not to say Carlo could beat me, but I'm saying if you start this wave of people making millions and millions of MT by giving off fake snipes, then it's just, it's something that's not going to get stopped, right? And so what I'm saying is, 2K has to put an end to it if it is fake rather than before it begins. So where does this start? Well, shout out to Spades. I don't care if people want to get on Spades. Spades actually has something behind this, okay? First of all, Carlo, here's what happened. And I was in his stream, so I know a lot of this stuff is true. This is Carlo, or a DM with, I think, Spades and somebody else. And this guy says that Carlo literally offered to buy an account, okay? And so Carlo literally offers to buy an account the day that he snipes Wemby, okay? So Carlo offers to buy an account, basically comes to a verbal agreement with a guy that has the unsellable Victor Wembanyama. I don't know what the price of it would have been or what it was, but basically it's a coincidence that he happened after he stopped responding, right? So he stops responding, all of a sudden he gets Wemby, and that's just kind of what happened. Now, people are saying, well, it's crazy that Carlo would be, paying all this money for Wemby over getting this unsellable Wemby for this amount. Now, a couple of things. Number one, an unsellable Wemby isn't nearly as valuable as a sellable Wemby. Why? Because you can sell that Wemby whenever and be set for the rest of the year. For example, when you have an unsellable Wemby, that Wemby is going to be good for the next month or so. But again, you never have the option to sell it. So even if it is more expensive, you can't make any content of it, of the snipe or anything like that. Number two, when I went in Carlo's stream, he said that he was planning on making a series behind Victor Wembanyama, and he just got lucky and got the Wemby that day. Now, again, I'm not telling you guys that anything for 100% sure happened, but I am saying that it's fishy. Meanwhile, Carlo forgets to clip this whole thing. So I'm just gonna be telling you guys kind of the how I would have went through something, okay? And I'm not necessarily that good at clipping, but Carlo knows what he's doing, okay? He's sniped cards before, and so I don't know how this works. Supposedly, you can pay for somebody to go on your account and snipe a card. Or I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know how it works, okay? But it just seems really weird to me how all of this lines up. Carlo wants to go buy an account, okay? Then he backs out or stops responding. He wants to have this Wemby series going on. And then he conveniently snipes Victor Wembanyama for 500 MT. I just, there's just a lot to me that doesn't necessarily add up. And I want to showcase this. Okay, first let's talk about this, okay? Because Carlo's talking about, oh, I've always sniped cards. Carlo, I've sniped cards in the past too. You and I both know it's a different animal right now, especially this year, right? Like, this year is a different animal, right? When you snipe this Yao Ming, there are way more Yao Mings up than there are with Victor Wembanyama. It's a way different animal, right? And again, I've said this, before, for you not to quote unquote clip this is crazy. Like, it's just, to me, that might be the craziest part of all of it, is like the fact that you said, oh, I didn't clip it. And then here's to me, like, if you watch his reaction, like, it just doesn't seem authentic, like, at all. And I'm not trying to hate. That's not what I'm trying to do, but it just doesn't seem authentic. To help you guys out, Right now, there are 2 Wembys up on the auction house. So for somebody to have human error with putting a Wemby up for 500 is so it's nearly impossible. Like I'm telling you, it's nearly impossible. And then I gotta play this video for you guys. And so this was, I think, during Carlo's video. Okay.
I was about to literally give someone money to have an account with this card. Oh my gosh. Let's go.
I was about to literally give someone money to have an account with this card. So when I supposedly offer VC for a win, that's against terms of service. But offering money for an account? Interesting. And so to me, it's just like, I get what people are saying. Like, don't say like Carlos, should 100% be banned if you don't have undeniable proof. But from my lens, it's how is somebody like me supposed to have undeniable proof? Like, even if Carlo sits up there and says that he paid, like, it's still not undeniable proof, right? People have said things all the time that they don't do in real life. Like, the only undeniable proof would have to come from 2K, right? Like, they can look into where that Wemby came from. They can look into if that account, is suspicious, if that account, has a lot of those transactions, whatever it may be. I'm not going to be the one to do that. But to sit up here and say the community is the problem for calling Carlo out for this is wrong, right? Like, how about if I'm going to talk to DBG, for example, is this not wrong? Buying an account, like is that not against terms of service? Or, you tell me, right? I'm just asking. Not to say nobody else has ever done it, but is it not? Because if this is not against terms of service, then let me get an account with all those cards, buy an account with all of those cards right now, and I'll have no problem paying for it by winning tournaments. And so you're acting, the community is just a witch hunt. No, it's not. It's not a witch hunt at all. Because if you give me Giannis, if you give me Wemby, and you give me all that MT, guess what? I'm going to be in a way better position. I'll never lose another tournament for the rest of the year. What are we talking about? You're playing the victim card with Carlo. Now, again, I get it, right? Oh, you got to have undeniable proof, all this stuff. I get it, right? I get it. But the fact of the matter is this. Carlo would not show clips. He wouldn't show his DMs with people about this. Like, there's so much suspicious stuff going on, right? And what I'm saying is 2K needs to investigate it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Carlo needs to necessarily be banned for sure. I can't make that judgment. But what can I say? 2K needs to investigate this. Because it is very, very, very weird to me how timely this worked out, how fake Carlo's reaction seemed, how Carlo went from buying an account with Wemby earlier in the day, to all of a sudden it appearing on his account. It just seems very, very, very weird to me, okay? And so that's kind of where I'm at with things. It's like, I don't know. And I get it in the past, right? Carlo has snipe cards. I've sniped cards. Everybody sniped cards in the past. But this is kind of how the MT method, I guess, works. Is like you can basically buy MT and on the game. And so like people are saying, Carlo would not spend $3,000 on the game. Okay, if Wemby went for, let's say, 15 million MT, I don't know what he goes for. Okay, 15 million MT, you're looking at what? You guys can do the math. I mean, probably with a bulk discount, I mean, upwards of 500 to 1,000. That's what he was gonna pay for an unsellable Wemby. So DBG's out here talking about Carlo would never pay 3,000 for an account. It's not, or for a snipe. It's not what it would be, right? It would be closer to the, probably bulk discount, probably closer to 700 to 1,000. And if you're gonna pay 500 for unsellable Wemby, I'm sorry, you're gonna pay 700 to 1,000 for a Victor Wembanyama that you can sell. So that's really all I'm gonna say, right? I'm gonna leave it right there. Do I think, if I had to say, I know where my mind is at, but again, it's not my position to, because I again, as far as undeniable proof, like what am I supposed to have? Like, I can't go into Carlo's IP. I cannot track Carlo's DMs. All I'm saying is this is so suspicious for a guy that always streams, that always clips things, that always has, what it takes. And for this one time that he goes and wants to buy an account to start a series, he somehow gets Victor Wembanyama. Y'all tell me. And if y'all want to call me out, that's fine. But it's sad for a guy that calls everybody out for everything each and every week, right? Playing on other people's accounts, you know, for cheating in King of the Court by asking somebody to quit. Like, what? This is worse than all of that, in my opinion. That's just me. Y'all let me know. But again, I hate when people are like mad at me, you know, and oh, well, Ty, you're just mad you got banned. No, it got nothing to do with that. But what it does have to do with this is this. Like, if Carlo is in the wrong, then he's in the wrong. Him saying he was about to buy an account but doesn't. Jay Iverson, all I'm saying is 2K needs to look into it. Like, 2K needs to look into it. That's all I'm saying. Carlo wanted 2K to look into me. I'm asking 2K to look into him. It's that simple, that easy, right? It's that simple, that easy. Let's get to wrap it up, though. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.